I've always had this mentality. If it's a no, it means next opportunity. I mean, allow me to use the scripture. It says, if your strength fails in the day of crisis, there was nothing to you to begin with. And if you're prepared, God help you. And if you're not, oh well, I don't know.
God help you. Mr. Olaifa,
Yeah,
aka Lifer.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Niger Conversation.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Like I'm happy to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
You were the OG guest when I first tried in my version 1.0.
That part.
First tryout. It was a nice conversation. It's still up. Yeah, our pay.
Yeah.
It's still up. We had a great time. So you're welcome back. Now we have a nice setup,
bro,
video and everything.
Yes,
because people have been wondering, whose voice is this? Like, what's going on, Josh? Who cooked us up? So now there's a face.
There's a face to the voice. That's facts.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much for making our time.
This
is a Niger Conversation.
For sure.
It's good to have you back. But man, I have a lot to talk about.
I know, right?
And I texted you sort of. It was too long. I just said, no, I'm going to voice to text.
I saw the text. So I saw the last one, and I'm like, what did he mean by... Because, I mean, the last one was the one that popped on the back.
Oh, that's when I was like, by the way, if you didn't notice, this is voice notes. And then you're like...
So I'm like, okay, I'm into it.
Yeah, because I was like, yo, you're in the military, so I don't know what you can talk about. Well, I also told you some personal things that I want to get into. I don't know if you want to share. Open,
but when it comes to like military stuff, it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be things that
obviously,
that you probably will hear on the news anyway. So,
and then things that I'm just curious about too. And bro, I haven't seen you because nowadays, because of life is life.
Life is life, bro.
You're gone for 2, 3, 4 months, and then you show up for like 2 weeks, and then gone again.
I know,
busy man.
I mean, hey. Apart from the fact that, you don't get a lot of days off.
Yeah.
I mean, you get 30 days a year, technically speaking. But if you're gone for a long time, you don't even have, as much time to utilize those days. So.
But how's it been, man? How have you been?
I've been great in a whole sense.
Okay.
It's been a roller coaster for the most part. I feel like this year is like when I'm starting to really level out. So it's been a time.
Yeah.
It's been a time. There's great days, there's not so great days, there's pretty normal. Shit days. Excuse my French though, I'm in the Navy, so we're throwing out these words all the time. So
shit.
Bruh.
Shit.
So, it's been a really, I think the last 5 years of my life have been the most daunting.
Damn.
Really, because apart from coming to a totally new place that I have limited information about, and I know relatively nobody coming into this country, it's it's been like the test of my growth. Sometimes in your life you have certain situations that just you need to have learned certain things before you get to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, allow me to use the scripture. It says, if your strength fails in the day of crisis, there was nothing to you to begin with. So, some things definitely happen in your life, whether you're prepared for them or not.
Yeah. So,
and if you're prepared, God help you. And if you're not, oh well, I don't know.
God help you.
So, yeah, it's been a really, really interesting time.
Wow.
Hustling in Milwaukee, deciding to go to the military.
Yeah.
Joining the military,
thinking
I'm doing
really big
decisions. Thinking I'm doing something different. I get there, it's like,
yo,
fuck you.
The stuff you told me, I was like, wait, are you sure? Even me, I was telling you that you're in the, I was like, are you sure you know what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
man.
Yeah, it's
but that's if you were to score yourself, because you said the last 5 years has been growth.
Yes.
And not even a score, I guess. What I'm trying to say is, how would you say you fared so far? I guess
well, I'm still alive. That's for one.
Okay.
I think, I've lost a lot of things. I've gained some things. In the long run, I think I'm doing all right.
That's great.
You know,
that's
I'm
great.
above water.
That's good to see.
I'm above water.
And
yes.
You're always looking fresh, and I know it could be the melanin, it could be jeans,
it's the
it could be good jeans and everything. But I'm grateful that every time I see you, you're always looking fresh. You're looking good, even if it's packaging. It's a great package.
I try because but you've always been a. How do I put it? I don't even want to say fashionista, but like you've always had a tight, like a tight. What's the word? A tight outlook. So, I don't know. I'm walking in your steps, I guess.
Yeah. Sure. By the way, in Nigeria, this is basically the wine. Who you the wine? But man, I think because, whenever you're like, oh, I'm headed, I think I'm actually, when are you coming back? And then you tell me it's within a month or something. Like, right. Looking forward to seeing you.
I know.
Because I don't even know. Because I think I say this all the time. In my adult life now, I'm intentional with relationships.
Facts.
I'm looking at relationships and examining relationships. Like, okay, is this valuable? Why am I in this relationship with this person? Right. What am I doing in this relationship to add value?
Exactly.
What is the interaction like?
Right.
And I don't even know what, because me, you, and Jeff, I don't know. I actually thought about it one day. I don't know if you've thought about it. I was like, why did we basically form our own little thing on the side that is just like check up on each other, see how we're doing, almost hold each other accountable.
Right.
Even if it's limited in a sense, but that still exists.
It does exist.
Because almost every time you're here, we make sure that we get out and talk. We do plan. I don't even know if we have time to do that now.
I mean, hey, I'm yes till Saturday.
Did you even laugh? See, that's it. Did you even laugh when I posted in the group that I was like, let's go out somewhere and change scene?
We were supposed to be in Chicago.
Where's the time?
Hey,
I thought because it's kind of my fault too, though, because my September has been busy. Last week I wasn't in town. This weekend I'm not going to be in town either.
That's crazy. Well, I mean,
but maybe so. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. Is all I have.
I mean, if Jeff is available, we can go out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really.
But we've always done that. Just checking up on each other, see how we're doing, and I value that a lot.
I do too, because I feel like one of the things that connected the three of us is that we have apart from having a good head on our shoulders, we have goals that are kind of that have the same strain. So if you notice the three of us, this is not who we were the first time we met.
I mean, we're just talking about Jeff.
Yes. Like, so we've come a long way from 2019.
Even Jeff is running. I feel like it's because I've kind of hinted him like I'm interviewing you next. He's just hey, like I'll bring you here by force.
Jeff is shy, but that I feel like that's one of the things that actually pull us together. And it's like who else do we really have apart from, I know we have like other friend circles, but like we're in church together.
Church is kind of what brought us.
One of the core places that we meet. I mean, I've not been in church in forever.
I know you've not been in town really for forever.
Yeah, so it's like but apart from that, we have that core connect.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that.
And it's like,
I actually thought about business,
we talk about fun stuff that is like we're serious and we're fun at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just thought I would highlight that because I thought about it literally. I was like, should I bring both of them at the same time? But then I was like,
that would be fun.
I don't have the setup for that. I actually thought about it. I was like, maybe I'll bring my desk chair in the middle, rearrange it so. But I was like, I don't want to.
An additional mic.
I don't want to now test this out, mic.
Yeah.
Which I have the lavalier mic, but I was like, I will test it first if I make it live.
Right.
Because I didn't have time to do that, but.
I mean, hey, there's time.
Yeah,
there's
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Bro.
It's great to see you all the time.
Same here, man.
Even though everything that's going on in life. So, I'm curious.
Talk to me.
Why are you able to still do music even though you're in the military?
That's a very.
Because I want to start with that question before I say why did you start doing music?
I've wondered that question, but. It's not like you can't do music, but there's a the way the military is organized. It's military first. So let's assume I start doing like mainstream music, and I have, say, I'm invited for a concert and I'm opening somewhere.
Yeah.
But then that's around the same time I'm supposed to be preparing for a mission.
Military.
I won't be able to go to that. So you could try it. There's people who do other businesses like outside the military, but you have to like strategize and place yourself in a very good spot for you to be able to achieve both.
Yeah, but I mean, I might be putting you on the spot, and I'm sorry for that.
I mean, I'm not
but
tripping.
Even because before you periodically release some just random freestyles and all this stuff, and I haven't thought about it for a while, but I thought about it recently, and that's one of the things I said I was going to ask you about. Like, was it just because of all the things going on, you just kind of paused that, or was that intentional? Was it just, I do music?
Well, it's I think it's a mix of everything.
Yeah.
Like, first off, I don't really like I used to have when I used to live here, I had like a whole setup.
Yeah.
I had a desk, I had a whole mic, not as fancy as this, but like I had
you had a recording
setup. But when I moved some of my stuff to Cali, some of those items got missing. Ooh. So, but then my space, I live on base, so my space is pretty limited.
Yeah, so you don't really have.
So
space
I don't really have
that
space to set up. Even if I wanted to like get new stuff and just set up, it's kind of, and it's pretty shifty. So if I'm going on the boat right now, I gotta move out of my space.
True.
And then I'm gonna move back into another space when I come back. So it's all that movement, just
because the reason I'm bringing it out because I don't want that to go away.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
That's why I'm bringing that up. Funny. Like I don't want it to stop. I don't want it to be like, I stopped doing music for X amount of years. Now I've just completely lost it.
My mom. Yeah. She randomly this is probably the first time she asked me about music.
Really?
About my music. Like she knows I do music, right? And I mean, when I was growing up and I would sing all the time, they were like, you know how Nigerian parents are.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot choose to be a musician.
It's medicine, and we all know all this.
So it's like,
not into the show.
But when I came back from the boat, like just recently, she just texted me randomly. I'm like, do you still do music? That question like caught me off guard. I'm like, yes. And I looked at my last post and I'm like, oh shit, it's been a minute, huh?
Yeah.
It has been a minute.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not that I don't write. The recording I do these days, I have a studio that I go to in Fresno.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I usually like book out a session and then go record because I really don't
so you do still record?
I do record every now and then. So all my content, or most of my content that I've released in recent times, if you notice, they probably have an image, and then they have a mixed recording. So that's done at the studio.
Okay.
Yes, except like maybe a freestyle that just comes to my head, and I'm in the car and I just record. I don't really like that setup, but if it's there, it's there.
Yeah.
So but it's not like I don't record. I just don't like the time constraint and the situation of like space is just very strenuous at the time. So but my assignment with the military ends next year, so by the time I'm gone to the boat and come back and go again and come back and probably go again at the end of next year, I would have a calmer time period in my life, and I definitely would be more.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because one thing, because I was a natural born sort of artist. Like I draw, paint, but I let it go for a long time. And I tried as much as possible to get back
into it.
But now I'm just like an hobbyist. I just did randomly, but I know personally it's not as good as what it used to be.
I mean, that happens.
Even some things I started when I came here in school, just graphic design, just got into because I was like, let me focus on this EE, get this, and I just stopped it.
Right.
It
doesn't feel like once you get that momentum and you're going, like when you're on that high, there's something that naturally just
because it's a progression. You just keep going.
But once you stop,
and then to get back, either you need such a moment. But I mean, I still stunt on my wife because I'm still way better. Because when we go to sip and paint, every time
I know you definitely
we've gone to sip and paint before.
We have gone to sip and paint before. You know, every time, like I've tried to go to a sip and paint.
Yeah.
Like for the last 1.5 years, 18 months, and I've not gone to one yet. Honestly, I probably should go to one before I go on the boat. Honestly, like
I mean,
probably
Jeff and I could do that. I did that recently, so I don't know. I mean, we could do that. I could stunt on y'all still.
You're funny.
And what I do now, actually, when I go in there, I've done that twice now. I look up stuff online but I don't take one of their stuff because I just want to establish that I'm good at this stuff.
I mean, shit, you are good at it. If you're good, you're good.
Because even this one that's laying on there, you can't see it right now because it's laying. I just looked online.
One of those three.
No, it's this red stuff.
Oh, I see.
I just looked online. I was like, what is the weirdest thing I could possibly draw now? And I just said, I need these colors.
Right. That's pretty nice.
But that's why I asked about the music, because I was just curious, and then I don't want that to be gone.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing that I do to keep that light or that ember, whatever it is right now, is I still write. So I have a folder on my notes that is just like lyrics, right? So every time anything comes to me, I write it down. Anytime
when that album drops,
bro, we gonna see.
It's gonna be tough.
That's the goal. Because it's a lot of great ass content out here, and it's like
that.
Damn.
Okay. Music, comedy, what else? Even painting sometimes.
Yes.
The ones that are so powerful are the ones that are drawn from life and experience. And
that is true.
Especially if you've gone through some tough stuff.
Oh yeah.
What comes out next is like,
that is
hits.
True. That is true. I mean, art is inspired by life.
Yeah.
So it's like, the only problem is connecting the dots and delivering it in a digestible fashion. So you can have all the experiences and not be able to connect that to a writing or like a painting or like a skit. Yeah. But if you're able to do that and deliver that in a digestible content then that's when you're making shit.
That's true.
That's when you're making shit. It takes a lot of work, but I mean, if you're about your art, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, and if it's a gift, because you all definitely have the gift, good voice and everything, but also the flow. So you definitely have that, especially when you have that mix.
Right. And it's like, I mean, sometimes it takes you moments. Sometimes it takes you days, even weeks. Sometimes I have like lyrics that I started months ago, and I've not gone back to them yet. The day it would pop up in my head again, I'll go there again, look at it, and I'm like, okay.
More inspiration.
Maybe like 3 lines or 4 lines, and then it's gone again. Until it comes back to you.
The creative process is always.
And sometimes you don't have anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like your head is just vacant. I'm like, I feel like writing, but there's nothing. So yeah, it'd be like that. Man. But I mean, another thing is like if you have a community.
Yeah.
Like if you notice like the record labels who the guys live together. They always pop up with some.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's definitely true.
Yes, because they're leaning on each other's wings.
You definitely need people around you that have something similar going on.
That's right.
You absolutely do.
Yes.
Because you can rub off on yourselves, you motivate yourselves.
That's facts.
When something isn't working out, you see your brother doing something, you're like, I have no excuse.
Right.
You could do it. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's why those cities that have those influx of people together, they usually come up with great talents because
That's facts.
Part of that external push of, what am I doing?
Right.
And you see, even if you're bombing, you see 2 other people bombing together, like they didn't quit. Let's keep bombing together,
right?
Till we get this stuff right.
That's facts.
And then see somebody blow up, somebody go like, damn, where did it come from? all right, let me keep going.
That's facts.
Yeah, so
That's
you
facts.
definitely, and even like I think that works across the board, even in tech, regular job.
That is true.
Like, I was talking to my friend recently. I was like, that's why it's good to talk about money. It's good to see other people that are in similar fields.
Facts.
For example, let's say we're in the same career, general career path. Let's say engineer, and you suddenly come and tell me, yo, I got this opportunity and they're paying me 150.
Right.
I mean, where I am earning 60, I'm like, oh, you can make 150. Right. I didn't know. That part. You know, you're like, oh shit, how did you get that?
And it's funny that you
like,
surprised.
oh, do this. Yeah. Like, bet. And then that will push you to go try and then go for better. Yeah. So you definitely, otherwise you just be by your own self there thinking you're arrived, but you don't know what's going on.
Yep.
And I've literally seen that among the guys. I've literally seen that happen. That actually happened.
I mean, it does. It does. So like 2 of my friends, they now work in the same organization.
Oh yeah.
And he started like a joke. It started like a joke. The first guy to get in there. I don't know if you know Shokwe.
Yeah.
Shokwe and Tunde.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they work in enterprise. Shokwe is at their headquarters now.
Yeah.
And Tunde is leveling up in Milwaukee fast.
Bro,
and it's it's all about, the people you have around you, who you talk to, the questions you ask.
So important.
And it's like one referral, just one.
Yeah.
And like Tunde's employment was just so it was funny. It was so easy.
I told you those guys work in the same company.
Yes.
How do you think that happened?
Yeah. It's like they see one guy, they say, oh, this is Hash, I want someone more like this. And it's like that.
Even I was at this conference today, and some other guy at my company, we were just having a conversation. It's like, oh, there's some opening. And I was really thinking, who do I know? That guy doing this reference, like, yo, there's this opening. Check it out if you want.
Give the money in house. That's facts.
Give what you want.
That's facts.
And even this Nigerian thing, to take it to Nigeria for a bit, this essay, long leg.
Yeah.
I think they didn't really explain what it was to us growing up, at least to me growing up. Because to me, I used to think that long leg was something bad.
Well,
it's not something bad.
It's not.
It's just what it is.
It is what it is.
It happens.
It does happen.
It's network. It's your connection.
Uses it.
Yo,
in whatever fashion that
but I think it's just the way it happens,
the way it plays out.
Because even if you have long leg, you should still qualify. You should still qualify. Right? That's what it's. But it's when you absolutely don't qualify. It's when it becomes bad.
We know it's more nepotism than meritocracy. So,
but
of course,
just the general that, hey, I know this person, I can refer this person to you,
right?
And because of my good, relationship with you, you trust that this person I'm referring to you, I'm referring in good faith.
Yes.
And that, high level positions, nobody's applying randomly to high level positions.
That is facts.
It's referral.
It is referral based.
Or assignments.
That's true. That is true.
Nobody's just randomly applying to some role that is high level.
That is it happens like that in the military.
It's referral.
Too. Yes, it happens like that in the military.
Really?
Too. Yes. Knowing what you're doing, being good at your job will only take you so far.
Yeah.
You gotta know the right people.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It's funny, but it happens.
There's this TikTok or this I saw it on IG. The video, I think the caption read, "Some of you are missing out on your career growth because you refuse to engage in small talk."
Oh, facts.
At work.
Yep. That is true.
Fact.
That is true. It's facts.
Oh, you think you're a bad guy? You're like
headphones all day, suit and tie.
Let me just mute this thing. You can just, hey, how you doing? Good morning. How's your weekend? Oh yeah, I did this fun stuff. Oh yeah, I do that too. Oh facts. Yeah, we should do that sometime. All right, cool.
That's how it starts.
The kind of conversation people have out of the voice, you'd be like, that's my manager. What are you? But that's just what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, it's networking.
It's relationships. That's how facts. Humans work.
That's how. I don't know who I was telling.
Yeah, like that.
It's like you cannot exist alone.
We almost need an orientation on, look, you need to have relationships with people.
That is right.
You need to be able to talk to people, engage with people. You don't even need to be, they don't have to be your best friend.
Of course.
People just need to recognize your face. Remember how you made them feel the last time you guys spoke.
That is true.
And that's usually all you need.
That is.
It's like, the last time I spoke to that guy, it was a cool experience. Right. Hey, I remember you. How you doing? Yeah. Hey, do you have this? Oh, yeah. Well, I can send you that information. Yeah, that's it.
Easy day.
You might not have spoken to that person in 4 months, but they remember how the feeling was last time you guys spoke. Someone needs to teach people that stuff. I mean, even me, I'm still learning that stuff because I'm part of NSB, and when I see our president, the way he talks, I mean, his experience, he's been in a professional longer than I have, but the way he talks, the way it flows, like, remember there was a time where we were trying to talk to one of our corporate partners.
Right.
And we're trying to ask for some sponsorship and stuff. I told him to be in the meeting because I was like, in case I start choking, he needs to step in, which was what actually happened. Because I was kind of just straight to the point. This is what we are doing. This is what we need.
Right.
So then after we set a meeting for like an hour. I was done talking in like 5 minutes. And I was like,
filling the gaps.
so then he started talking about, stuff that we do, interactions, and other value added stuff that the organization does and what we need and how they can come in and stuff. So the conversation kept going. I was like, I'm just taking notes.
All day.
Okay. Sure. Like, being able to talk and able to have conversation with people is just a valuable thing.
It's and I don't know, it's a skill.
Yeah, another one that I know, and you can confirm this or not, growing up is talking about money.
What about that?
People don't. I'm sure this goes across different cultures, but people don't like talking about money.
I don't know why.
I think it's because it's uncomfortable. People are insecure.
I mean, what's
I have no idea too.
Well,
but if you don't talk about money, how would you know what your potential is?
That is true. That is facts. I really don't. So I'm a pretty like open-minded person, right?
Yeah.
So I think that I'm able to talk about anything.
Yeah.
Same. Apart from the fact that I've been able to like read some books and understand that you can like, if something is sensitive, you should be able to like manage yourself.
Oh yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's not personal.
Yeah.
And you might be surprised at what you learn if you just open your mind. So it's like some people don't have that opportunity. Some people don't have that knowledge base. So it's like if you don't know, you really cannot act in accordance to knowledge.
True.
So yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of this. There was this video I shared on Instagram. A dad that put 2 Oreo cookies.
Oh yeah.
And then $10,000 on the table for his kid. And the kid kept choosing the Oreo cookies.
Because he doesn't know the value of
what I got from that video, I don't know if that was the message they were trying to pass across.
Right.
But what I got from that video is, even if somebody puts something extremely valuable in front of you, your knowledge of what that thing actually is determines what kind of decision you make.
That is facts.
That's why I was like, if the kid had just asked questions, oh, what is this?
Right.
Oh, it's money.
What can I do with it?
What can I do with this money?
Right.
Oh, you can buy stuff.
Can I
buy this?
Yes.
Oh, how many? 50,000 cartons. Really? I'll take this.
Right.
But he didn't ask any question. He just saw what he was familiar with.
That's right.
Limited by his knowledge of cookies.
Right.
Kept picking the Oreo cookies instead of the 10K.
That's right. I mean, you would.
How many? And that got me thinking, like, how many opportunities have I missed that way? That
because I didn't know. I didn't understand know what. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't know what to ask, or I didn't want to ask questions. I was, me too. I went to school and I know what I'm doing. That kind of stuff, man. But
that one is that's a show killer right there. That's a show killer right there.
Isn't that everybody?
Yeah, tried? I mean, we all have that. We all have that experience at some point. Yeah. Sometimes we don't even realize that we're marring ourselves in that moment. But the more you know. Yeah, the more you know.
So, in talking about knowing things, right? Yeah. Can you talk about the military stuff that you couldn't get into?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You
because
can?
I mean, it's not even it's not a hidden thing.
Because that was a knowledge thing. Because I thought if you knew that going into it, you would have chosen a different route.
Absolutely.
So can you talk about so that people know what we're talking about? Because when you told me, I was like, this is another bullshit.
I know it is some bullshit, but I don't blame the US for having that policy, because it's a trust thing, right?
Sure.
It's a trust thing.
Sure.
I probably would do the same if I was in charge of the country.
So, I don't know if we need to go back to. We need to know why you joined the military, when you joined, and sort of some backstory in the military to get in there. What the plan was. I don't know. Do you want to go into that?
I mean, it depends on you.
Just have some backstory, because if we just go into that, then I feel like there's no context.
Okay, so how do I put it? I was going through some shit with,
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you don't know, don't worry about it.
I was going through some shit, and I was like, I think getting this out of the picture might change things.
Yeah.
Like if this is the problem, if this is what is causing these amount of problems,
I need to solve this problem.
If I take control of this situation and cut the time frame that it takes to actually, organize myself, things are probably different.
Some thought
that was my thought process.
That's a straightforward thought.
So going in, I did the ASVAB, asked if I'd known. Mind you, if I had known that I would have still gotten the same shit done going through the reserves, I would have gone through the reserves easy.
That's even, we won't go into that.
Like, easy.
But every time, I'm like, I've told you this before. I was like, bro, why? I thought that was general knowledge. I was like, why?
I didn't know that.
Bro.
I didn't.
Back to information, man.
Back to information. I thought it was going to take.
Everybody knew that.
I thought it was going to take.
Longer.
Much longer. I thought it was gonna be the same time frame as being in the civilian world.
No, it was
that was my mindset.
Same. Yeah, it's the same.
I didn't know that until I got to boot camp.
Cause when I was like,
until I got to boot camp, and it's funny that there was a split moment, and I don't know, this thing happens. It's like that passing voice in your head that tells you something. Usually, is the most accurate motherfucker.
Yeah,
and you're like. I need that voice to be louder.
But the thing is, to be the devil's advocate, when you are in between a rock and a hard place, between Killer Whale and fucking Godzilla behind you, or T-Rex,
I know.
Nobody's thinking straight at that point. Nobody's logically processing everything. You're like.
That is fact.
I mean, I've been there too. I think everybody's been there. So, but it's just like, oh man. But I mean, go on.
I mean, so my recruiter asked me if I was going to the reserve, and I thought of it for a quick second. I'm like, no, active duty. It's like, okay, and then we went on. We continued.
Yeah,
that was the end of reserve talk.
Damn.
Now going in, I was like, okay. I asked a bunch of questions like, okay, what jobs are like, are great, and like I looked at the options they had, and one of the problems I had at the beginning was most of the jobs I could not apply to because I wasn't a citizen at the time. So, but my recruiter told me that when you become a citizen, when you become naturalized, you can apply to whatever job you get. So get a great score.
Can you sue that person?
Well. Well,
because in this country,
now it's true for a lot of people.
Yeah,
depending on your country of origin.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So, but being a Nigerian,
Niger conversation,
no. A lot of institutions in the Western world do not trust us.
Yeah, they've restricted.
But I mean,
by the way, if you didn't know, Nigerians have been restricted from doing so many things.
Of course,
abroad.
Of course. I mean, but we always make it work, right? Yeah,
try to find our way.
We always make it work.
But Nigeria, I mean, if we didn't Saudi Arabia, Dubai, or is it Saudi Arabia in total?
It was resumed
flights to Nigeria.
Yeah, it was Dubai. Oh, is it? Well,
Emirates is the whole Emirates flight.
Emirates, right? So
they just resumed flights to Nigeria since.
I don't know if that's thanks to the president. I guess.
Whatever deal was struck. Thanks to who knows if that's a favorable thing or not.
We don't know yet. I mean, but it looks like a good economic approach. I mean, a good economic improvement.
Sure, I don't know.
Hey, you don't. At the end of the day, you don't want to be cut off from. You don't want to be cut off from commerce.
People are still traveling to Dubai.
Well, yeah, but like
just Emirates flights.
That is true.
I mean, so I don't know. I mean, if that's like, what I came here with, that's the Airbus is ridiculous. Like, it's nice.
Ask anybody.
Oh yeah, I flew Emirates now. Industry. I flew Emirates.
Yes, even Emirates people who work with them know. That. Yeah. I mean, it might be like a very like tight like ship. They might run a tight ship, but. Yeah, they got good shit going on for them.
But Nigerians have been shooted from a lot of things abroad, which he found out the hard way.
Yeah. So, I went to do the test. I got a 96%. Now, 96 is a lot.
96 percentile in anything is crazy, and it's over 100.
Over 100. Yes,
96 percentile is crazy.
But it's like the test is not hard.
People will still fail it now. Don't people fail it?
You'd be surprised.
We know where we are now.
Like average is between 40 and 60. And I'm like,
I was talking to my wife the other day about most engineering students. Whenever we want to have an easier semester,
right,
we take 1 or 2 general education class,
right,
just because we understand those general classes are just free
A's. Yep.
Because you don't need to think hard. You just go to that class, do everything, get your A.
Facts.
And then I'll get there. I have to do group work with people that will be complaining. Man, this stuff is. I was like,
what are you talking about?
The hell?
I know.
I think that one day there was a paper. I think it was a 10-page. It was a final paper for that course. It was like 10 pages. You're supposed to read this whole book. I'm like, I don't have time to be reading 155 whatever page book just to get a 10-page. I just did the week it was due. I went to Wikipedia, read the summary.
Facts.
On one afternoon, done. Got an A in that thing. And that was it. I went about my business. Went back to my difficult classes. So we know the kind of thing. But 97% is how you cleared it.
You would see that and it's like, okay. All right, now I got a 96. Good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Then I went to MEPS. MEPS is the Military Entry Processing Station. Yes, they have one up here and I don't even know that area.
Mm-hmm.
It's like by Brown Deer.
Mm-hmm.
So went there, showed up. They were like, these are the jobs we have available for you. And I'm like, no.
What was your plan? What was the goal? What was the plan?
So the plan was, if I wasn't able to get any job to start with, okay, at least being a logistician, I could work with that because the outlook outside of the military is pretty good.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going to be in the military for too long.
Yeah.
I was like, the only reason I'll be in the military is if I got my master's and then went back as an officer.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm really like, I feel like I'm valuable to the Navy now in a more, profound sense. Because for me, I don't like hard work. I would prefer to solve the world's problems from behind a computer.
Yep.
And get paid bank.
Yep.
Because I use this motherfucker right here.
Yep.
And if I'm able to solve your problems, you should pay me.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of people who do it out here. And it's like, I don't have anything to prove by doing the hard job.
The strenuous.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, I like to think a lot. I like to have a problem that will shock me. And then I go look for resources and solve the problem.
Yeah.
That's one reason I play chess. This is the kind of, I enjoy having a lot of mental processes. So, but being on the enlisted side of things, until you get to, a certain rank, you don't really have a job that tests your mental capacity as much.
It's more physical labor.
It's more physical labor. They tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. If you forget, there's a book that can tell you what to do.
Damn.
And you take a test for a qualification, and it's an open book test.
And people still fail.
Oh, of course. You'll be surprised. But it's like you don't need to memorize things in the military because it's a delicate job.
Yeah.
So the values that you need to do your job effectively, there is always a repository for it.
I mean that's good. That's fair. That's how I actually.
But it's like, Nah, I want to think outside the box.
Yeah.
You give me
something
give
challenging.
me something challenging, you know? It's like, I feel like my first time on the boat, I've never felt more brain dead.
Oh boy.
On the boat, because I did the same thing every day.
Just
woke
routine.
up, went to chow, went to work, came back, took a shower, went to bed.
And repeat.
Every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked out because that was the way that I was able to keep my sanity. That was the first time I went. That was when I almost got blown off the flight deck, which is a whole different story. I know. So, you know, it's like...
So when you got to MEPS and...
So when I got to MEPS, it was like, they have an apprenticeship program. It's called APACT, Airman, something, career track.
Okay.
So it's like, you go in having no rate. You test the waters for about 2 years. Then if you see a job you like, you strike that job.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, cool. I think I could.
Sounds promising.
It's not bad. You say 2 years.
Yeah.
If I'm really good at my job and I get like really good evals, can I do it in 1 year, 1.5? Sure. In some commands they will allow it. Okay. I'm like, okay, sure. Let's do that.
That's awesome.
So I went to boot camp. Boot camp was easy. Like, I say boot camp was easy, but a lot of people don't think so. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So came out of boot camp, went to A school, finished that. That was like vacation. Then went to my command.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, my command just came back from a deployment, so we're shorebound for a little bit.
Okay.
So I joined the line shack. The line shack is where PCs work, plane captains. So plane captains, they were in charge of launching jets, recovering jets, doing preliminary inspections, and making sure that jet is good for flight.
Yeah.
So we only work with jets and pilots, mostly.
Okay.
I mean, we work other shops every now and then, but like the primary job is to work with. So you have this range of calls that you have to get. You need to be a brake rider, a move director, a plane captain, all that stuff.
So some technical stuff.
You know, some technical stuff. So the plan for plane captain is get it in a year. So you are a trainee for 6 months. You become a plane captain. You do... you become, if you get your plane captain in 6 months, you get a gold patch. If you get it after that, you get a black patch, which is just like a incentive thing. It's not really a big deal, So I was ready for my shit in 3.
Did they give you what kind of patch did they give you?
I mean, it's still a gold patch. I was ready for my shit in 3. I mean, I didn't do my board because nobody was ready until like what
3 months,
5 months.
5 months.
So I was a trainee for longer than I wanted to be.
Yeah,
and I don't ever want to be a trainee again ever. That shit's like grunt work
because you're always on the surface
of course.
doing. Yeah.
So I became a PC. I'm great at my job. I find every discrepancy. Shops hate me because I find all the problems. It's like, I'm giving you, like, do you want this jet to fly? So I'll tell you what's wrong with it so you can fix it. I don't care about your work. I know you got a workload, but this shit got to be fixed.
That's your job. I'm doing my job.
Yeah. So it's like, when the time came for me to choose a job, I started talking to my command career counselor. And then I was like, okay, I think based on my research, like now, I think I want to be a cryptographer.
And what is a cryptographer?
It's similar to what a cryptographer does, like in real life, but they deal with like the part I was going to deal with networks. Like, I'm talking like really deep information shit. Like you're talking interceptions, you're talking, like top secret shit that enables like our functionality as a navy and as a country. Okay. So that type of shit. And I'm like, I looked at the requirements. I qualify for the job. Except, now this is the exception. So they told me I only had to be a citizen. When I looked it up and I contacted the person in charge of the community, it told me, unfortunately, your parents are not citizens, so you can't apply for the job. That was my first shocker. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? And it's like all of the information warfare jobs, IT, IS, CTN, CTR, CTI.
I guess then I can ask, is that just the so that has nothing to do with you being Nigerian, just because your parents
there's a waiver.
Okay.
For certain countries.
Aha, so that's right.
So what the ICD 704 is, it's like I don't know what ICT stands for, but it's like information warfare type shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it says if the country of origin, if the person is a U.S. citizen, and their country of origin or the country that they have family in is part of, it's on the low threat index, then we can waive that for them.
So you see
somebody from Ghana,
one of the top lists.
Of course.
Why is Nigeria?
It's like threat. Nigeria does not pose a threat to America.
Why?
In any way.
Didn't they blacklist? Didn't they put Nigeria on that list one time?
No way.
What threat? Is it Yahoo? It's like,
it's like
other countries do more Yahoo nonsense than Nigeria. It's like, what is going on?
But I'm sure there's somebody that can explain that.
Yeah.
But obviously Nigeria is not on a low threat index.
So if you were from Ghana now,
if I was from Ghana, yes, I would be a CTN right now.
Damn.
And I probably would do 20. I probably would have gone 20.
Yeah, because that was what you wanted to do.
On my short duty and go officer in the same field.
Yeah.
Right? But, that didn't happen. So I'm like, okay.
Man, I can't imagine how devastating that would have been. Bruh, because that was
my soul. It was like this or nothing else.
Because you were so laser focused on it and you were doing what you had to do.
I took then you got all the prerequisites for that program. All of it. I even started the ones for IT because I'm like, okay, just in case this doesn't work, I'll go to IT.
So what happened over there?
Same thing. They're in the same community. All information warfare.
So
all of information warfare, I can't do because my parents.
So were there other options that were not?
Well, there were other options, but
not interested.
I'm not interested. So the only thing I was gonna be interested in is becoming a yeoman, which is like, there's a tendency for me to have a like in the long run I could have affiliations with flag officers.
Good.
So I'm like, okay.
After that kind of disappointment, I'm don't know what could happen.
Because I know what I could be making outside. Yeah. All I need to do is go do a master's, get certifications.
Yeah.
And coming into data analysis as a very avid professional, I could easily bank anything over 100K.
Yeah.
For starters.
More than that,
so it's like,
100K is
it's
like probably in the mid.
Why would I strike just a regular job? Just to get out and still have to go do that again?
When you said that, I was just like, Nigeria has followed you here again.
It didn't give. They followed me. They followed me. I'm telling you.
This is the literal them follow you.
They follow you come. I'm telling you.
Oh man.
But my mom has always said it's not a long-term job. So when that happened, I'm like, and at that point, I was already saturated with the BS, because of course there's always works. There's always work center bullshit.
How did you? Because I'm sure you were probably going through a lot mentally at that time. How did you
just manage all that?
Yeah,
one day at a time. One day at a time. You can't. I read this book. It's called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius.
Mm-hmm.
You have to confine yourself to the present if you're going to be sane in this world. If you decide to mount everything on yourself, your brain will wear down and you will have no energy to execute anything. That's how bombs are made. You have a finite amount of mental resource per time. So if you exhaust your finite resource on your mental resource on things that you don't control, you're gonna be losing out on things that you can actually do something about. So things that I don't control, I usually just take them as face values. Face value. Things that I can control, then I do something about them.
Yeah.
And even when I'm doing something about them, I still make sure that all the branches that come out of my decisions, I'm focusing on those things that I can control. So it's like, it is what it is.
That makes sense, because
it is what it is. Take what you can get, and if it doesn't stick, let it fly.
Man, because we all came here. We all, even technically in the definition, students are not immigrants,
right?
But we all came here.
That is true.
But everybody that comes here is always laser focused, and that's usually one of the issues with dealing with a person that was born here or like a citizen of people that are here. Is like they just don't understand why you are that laser focused.
Because there's a lot of things online. There's a lot of things
online. I've left just be done with relationships because of that. I'm like, I can't keep explaining to you why I'm hustling this, or why my thought is this way. I can tell you once or twice, but if you're not like, oh man, like, all right, you're stressing me out. I have priorities, right?
That's true.
So I
didn't leave Nigeria to come and do the same thing I could be doing in Nigeria.
I could imagine, but I actually can't imagine being focused on that one goal that you could see the clear path,
and they tell you no, and
then you get there and then you're like, nah.
I know. It
wasn't like you were qualified, you were ready to go.
Yeah,
that's devastating.
It is exhausting, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I've always had this mentality: if it's a no, it means next opportunity.
Oh,
so it's like
fire,
and I never really let somebody who can give me an affirmative yes to tell me a no. If you can't tell me yes for sure, like if you don't have the authority to tell me yes for sure, why should I take a no from you? Think about that for a bit. It's like, and if it's a no, sure, I'll carry my resource somewhere else.
That's actually because what you just said, I'm thinking about it. Because so does that make you then go be like, okay, this person that told me no, I need to. It's just like the way, for example, people say, oh, let me speak to your manager.
Exactly. It's just like that. It's just like that.
It's like you telling me no.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Exactly.
Someone higher than you.
They hate that shit.
I actually had the situation with Hyundai.
Did
recently with my car.
Tell me about it.
So my car had this hybrid system failure.
Right.
It died on the highway 3 times.
Damn.
So I was coming back from Chicago from the video concert actually. The stars just aligned. So there was not, because it was a Sunday, we're coming back. My wife and I were coming back.
Right.
So on that 3-lane highway, that 70 miles per hour, there was not a lot of cars on the road.
Right.
Coming back, I was next to an exit, so we're just leaving the Chicago metro. Right. The car just lost power. I was like, what the? Because I'm always going like 75, right? And I was like, why am I going 50 right now? So I was like, and then I looked down, all the lights on the dash. Out. So I just kind of looked around, took the next exit. Fortunately, there was a Hyundai dealership at that exit.
Oh, damn.
So
what are the odds?
So I just kind of crept the car to the exit. But it's a Sunday, right?
Right.
Dealership's not open on Sunday.
That's facts.
So then I called my guys here. I was like, yo, are you guys at home? They're like, yeah. I was like, yo, this is a situation. Can you come get? They're like, okay, yeah, like in an hour or 2. I was like, I bet. So I got out of the car, just walked around. There was a construction going at dealership, and then I saw some IT tech-looking guy just walking towards me. So I was just looking because I didn't know. I thought it was just some random dude walking past the dealership, right? And then I kind of walked towards him. So it was like, can I help you? I was like, yeah, my car just died. I'm just waiting for my friends to come. I was like, oh, really? He's like, I work here.
Oh, what are
I'm the IT guy. I just came here on this Sunday to do some random stuff. Right. He opened the dealership. Let me get your information. In fact, he called the head of service, and the guy was like, "Why are you calling me on it?"
I mean,
it was like, chill. Like, there's some guy here. Right. I just want to take down his information. So then I dropped my key with him. So then my friends came in later, like 2 hours later.
Right.
We got home, and then to cut long story short, the dealership there just cleared the check engine lights.
Right.
The error didn't happen again. They were like, come and take your car.
Okay.
So I thought,
everything was cool.
Brought the car home like on Thursday, Sunday, it happened again. Coming from church. Wow. I was close by, so I was able to get home.
Right.
Parked it. I went back and forth with Hyundai. I'd opened a case with them. I'm like, yo, you want me to sue you? What's going on here? Like, this thing is dangerous because I drive highways everywhere. I drive highway mostly, not street. I'm going minimum 55. If any car runs into me on 55 and I lost power,
I could die. That's facts.
So like I wrote, me, that's one thing with me here. I've told some of my friends and they've actually helped them. Emails.
100%.
I like emails.
You gotta
that subject bold. Write the email, send it out. People respond to email here because that's paper proof that I contacted you.
You gotta have a paper trail, bro.
Yep.
That's right.
So then they go back to me, oh, take it to the dealership. I took it there. They were like, oh no, we can't respond. We can't look at this car in the next 3 months. Then I had it told to another dealership.
Damn.
So that dealership looked at it. They changed one sensor, gave me back 3 days, died again. I was like, so then I told them,
playing with me.
so I was like, oh, obviously you guys don't know what is causing this. And I told them, I won't take this car back unless you've told me you fixed this problem. Because I won't keep driving this car and putting my life in danger.
Yeah.
Right? So by that time I was renting because I had to go to, it was like a 2-month period. I was renting, right?
Sheesh. I hope that's on insurance.
Wait, now let me finish. Let me get there. That's what I'm. So the guy that I was primarily handling my case,
right?
Which I went back and forth. I told you the other car I have that I'm renting.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what I got. I did it to me personally because I can do that.
Right.
So then the guys are like, so I gave them the invoice and everything. This is how much it's costing me to rent car since my car is under extended warranty and you guys don't know what the hell is going on
with it. So you got to incur that.
Yeah.
You got to incur that cost.
So then the guy told me, oh, because your company owns this car, we can't pay you.
You're funny.
Me that was already planning to sue these people. I was like, you want me to sue you? Because now I'm thinking we can do this.
We can do it the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours.
I started contacting lawyers, Milwaukee Bar Association, very helpful resource if you need legal, whatever. So I kind of got a contact. I spoke to them. They were like, okay, you could handle this a few ways, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. So then when the guy finally told me, no, we can't pay, I was like, let me talk to your supervisor. I was like, I don't think you're the right person I should be talking to because I don't know what you're telling me right now.
Right.
Let me talk to the supervisor. So then I think 2 weeks after, a supervisor now called me. I was like, oh, I explained to you. I was like, this didn't risk my life. And I contacted you. There's paper trail and everything. I was like, oh, this is what you're telling me.
You're talking.
I didn't say I'm going to sue. I didn't tell her I'm going to sue. But I'm like, I already put an email that I'm going to seek legal advice if I have to on this matter, right? So then lady was like, okay, well, send us the latest. So the dealership, the second time I went there, they've changed something. The car's been functioning normally since then.
Right.
Like for 2 weeks now.
Okay, that's good.
So they should not like fingers crossed.
That part.
So the supervisor not like send me the latest information from dealership. The last time it was there. We'll review this case again. So I was like, okay, cool. Sent everything. I actually follow up with them again. I'll probably do that after this.
Right.
Because the guy told me no, I was so pissed. I was like, what the hell? It's like 2 months worth of rentals for a situation that you guys, it went in and out of dealership like 3 times.
It's like you could have caught it the first time.
I'm like, and it was an extended warranty. And I know there's some lemon law stuff that I really can't drag it too much. I'm like, come on, pay me.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Please. Because I spoke to Len. I was like, how much are they? I was like, oh, it's about this, how much? She was like, well, it's not that much. I was like, I know it's not $10,000 because if I was going to get a lawyer, lawyer fees and everything, but then I can go to, I could go to claims court.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe I'll do that then.
I mean, if you want.
The supervisor said they'll review. So I'm hoping they review and they come up with something, or we can get some middle ground somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I'm open to middle ground.
That stuff you just said.
Yeah.
Don't take no from someone that
can't give you an
affirmative yes.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Someone gives you a no, look for someone else higher than that can give you the yes you need.
That's right.
That's actually smart.
It is. I mean, it's the way to go.
I mean, I've heard that in different ways, but I caught you say that. I was like,
Word.
Yeah. That just took me to all this. I was like, oh, yeah.
I feel like, especially for, I don't even want to say black people.
Yeah, say black people.
But for black folk in the Western world,
even in Africa, everywhere
anywhere you are, it's like there's just this tendency for resistance when you're asking for stuff.
Yeah,
especially
part
if
of
you
racism.
like, it's like, okay, like
racism, prejudice, whichever
exactly.
word you people like to play around.
Like
you people that like wordplay. Oh, it's not prejudice, it's racism. No, it's not racism, it's prejudice. It's favoritism. We all know what it is.
Nah,
because of the color of your skin or your name, I'm not giving you this opportunity.
Yeah. You gotta push them buttons. Like, was it J. Cole? Was it J. Cole that said it? It said, "Foot is on the neck. I got him stuck. I'm gonna give him something they can feel."
Yeah.
You gotta apply that pressure sometimes.
Yeah,
but it's for an organization like the military, you can't fight it. That's Uncle Sam's courtyard.
Yeah, there's just so much you can do.
You either take what you can get, or you get the fuck out.
Yeah, but that was such a.
I was
feeling so bad.
Yeah, I was. Even my supervisor was like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "I'm chilling. I'm tripping.
How will I be good?"
It's all right. Yeah, I mean, hey. So, but the kind of person I am is like, I don't let. It's probably a toxic trait to myself because I should allow myself to feel bad and feel drained when I need to.
I like where this is going.
When I come to like a stone wall, I like control its extension so it doesn't get into other things. So I'm still able to function even though I'm having the shittiest of days. So, which is like powering through problems.
Are you saying you allow the effect of things spiraling to other things?
No, I prevent the effect of things from spiraling into things. And sometimes I should allow myself to do that.
I want to ask you a question.
Talk to me.
So that description and resilience, what would you say is the difference?
Well, I mean, I think that's resilience. But resilience can be very... I feel like resilience can be very... can wear you out.
Yeah, but is that a bad thing? That's what I'm getting to. Because you said it's kind of a toxic thing.
It depends on how much of it you put up per time. Because if you test a band, right?
Yeah.
You test a band, and this band keeps giving you more, and you keep testing it, this band keeps giving you more.
Yeah,
and you extend it so much, at some point it's gonna lose its original form.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, but then if you no longer need it for the new form it is taking, it becomes useless.
True.
So I feel like resilience should be, unless you're trying to grow into like something different.
New.
Resilience should be courted carefully. I mean, don't be a
I have a... Oh, sorry, go on.
Don't be like, don't be like, oh, small thing is, my life is over. No, you cannot do anything in life like that. But you also have to like...
I have a perfect Nigeria example for that.
Talk to me.
That's why I was like, it just clicked. I'll remember after the break. Let's take a break.
Okay.
It just clicked. There's a perfect Nigerian example for this thing of being so resilient,
right,
that you become useless.
That's facts. That is facts.
After the break, we'll be
right.
back.
All right.
So, welcome back to the Nigeria Conversation with Mr. Olaifa. That's what I'm going to put it though. I won't put that Nora. Olaifa. I'm going to Mr. Olaifa.
Sure. I mean, that's my name. That's
my
name.
Man. Let's go.
It works.
So, the conversation, the perfect example of being so resilient is Nigerians and gas price.
That part. I hear it's like $700, $700 naira now.
Every time the price, and I'm using gas because I'm sure other things increase, but gas is the one that they've gonna strike for gas price. Gas price goes up, everybody's like, Then 2 days after, everybody just accepts it.
Yes.
And everybody just keep going.
That's right.
Gas price is now 500. We can get This is that.
January off. Can't stop.
Nope.
Of course.
You just accept it and keep it moving.
Keep it moving, yeah.
And people say that, oh yeah, we are tough, we survive, we know how to survive. It's almost like a pride thing that, oh yeah, no matter how hard things get, we'll make it through. But it's like that is why things are not working.
That's
because
why things are not working.
Things get bad, you get stretched, the government does some crazy shit.
That's right.
They know Nigerians have that thing in them that people will complain for
they'll shut for like week. 2 days a week. Yeah. But after that it's over.
If they just don't do anything, life goes on.
Life goes on.
And people will just go about their day.
That's right.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah. It's a human thing. But it's just more pronounced.
I've seen people have a limit.
Well,
I've seen people draw a line and say, no, okay, now we're not going past this line. We are protesting this.
Yeah.
This is not going to happen again.
Right.
I've not seen that in Nigeria. The closest to that was NSARS, and we all know how that ended.
Where's that story now?
That's the closest in recent time that I've seen.
Where is that story
and we all
now?
know how that ended.
Where's that story now? I mean, I'm not an avid news follower when it comes to Nigeria, news, but it's
have
like
stuff I'm doing.
You don't that part,
bro.
But it's like, things like that are supposed to mark like the beginning of movement in a different direction.
Yeah, I know.
It never happens.
Everybody has moved on.
Yes, except like a few people who are like, who were like clearly affected by. Like, I'm not saying like a lot of people did not get affected, but people who like DJ Spike right now. I hear she's in Canada. She's probably like Canadian protection.
She's still there.
So it's like people like that. Their lives have definitely been uprooted and shifted in a different direction. But when it comes to like policies, where are those policies,
bro?
You have people sleeping in a fucking government like it's supposed to be what? Like a meeting, and you have the guts. You have like
oh yeah, I saw that
over 40% of the people who are supposed to be like lawmakers and policymakers just gone.
There was a South African video I saw. Somebody was doing South Africa, so this lady was sleeping.
The guy
and then this other guy
that is true. We don't pay you to sleep.
You are sleeping here. Yes. We are paying you all this money, and you are here sleeping.
That's like,
and then the lady woke up all offended, as if, why are you disturbing me?
Like it's like the people.
But then Nigeria is normal.
Yeah, people who are in charge a lot of them don't really understand the responsibility that is on their shoulders.
I think they do, but I think it's because they know Nigerians will take it.
I mean, that part too. Yes.
Because here's the thing. If I keep doing something to you,
right,
you complain about it, and you just
let it slide, right?
I will keep testing.
That's
keep
true.
Testing.
That is true.
Keep testing.
That's that toxic relationship.
You keep taking it.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll be fine. Right.
I will keep testing until one day you would, God forbid, that you reach the limits and you break.
That's right. But guess what?
And whatever that is, it could be just mental breakdown. It could be actual death.
And now at that point, you can't even resist no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just becomes numb to the pain. It's a crazy place to be.
Yeah. That's a
crazy place to be.
That idea of being resilient, I agree. It should have
It should be
like a check almost, like a should
should
I be resilient in this situation or should I just find a different approach and
that's right.
Figure this thing out in a different manner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like I did mention we're gonna go into this briefly. Yeah. I don't really care about this. It's not I don't care about the guy.
I know it's a pretty.
It's what is like Mobad.
Yes, Mobad
is the artist that just died recently for officially unknown reasons.
Yep.
But apparently he was being harassed and being bullied and being beaten.
Yep. Which is ridiculous.
He had been, God knows how long that had been going on.
That's facts.
But he's dead now. Suddenly, all these videos are out.
Are popping out, yeah.
People are having this sort of outcry, this solidarity drive. People are accusing different people for something.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. One, I've heard this guy's music before, but I never really knew him. I don't really know.
I know.
Like I was telling my friend, like I listen to Spotify most of the time. I use Spotify most of the time. So Spotify is just audio. I would just hear the music the night. I don't follow up. I don't really watch the videos also. So I don't really know who sang this song.
The song, I know.
Yeah, I know the big ones, but if I hear a song and I don't know the regular voice, dope song, but I don't know who that is.
That's facts.
So I've listened to his song before, but I never knew who that was.
Yeah.
So personally, him going through all these things, was it just taking it? And he had this really calm persona, because I've seen a lot of his videos now. Like it's just chill, even just chill, with injuries on him.
Yeah,
it's just chill.
That's right.
Like, was he just taking it? Didn't want to say anything. Didn't want to cause any trouble. One, and then also people around him that knew this was going on.
Like,
where was the videos on Twitter? Where was the outcry?
And this is what we're talking about when we're coming to.
Yeah, where was this person should stop attacking this person, go on Twitter and cause trouble and whatever. None of that happened until this guy broke.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden everybody is trying to be a freedom fighter.
It's like,
it's like, why did we have to get to the point where you're displaying some form of resilience and whatever, and you're being hypocritical, you're allowing things to happen for whatever reason, which is crazy.
That's right.
But then you wait for people to break. That's just, and it's crazy how that flowed into this. Because my question now, what I was going to talk about this was even how death fascinates people. That was how I was going to get into this, but it's funny that we've gotten into this through the resilience conversation.
It's pretty interesting. It's interesting. And okay, let me say this before we even delve into that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've made peace with death. Personally.
What does that mean?
So I don't see death as a big, oh my God.
Yeah, it's gonna happen to everybody.
So this is part of the processes of life.
Mm-hmm.
Things that live die.
Yeah.
And then things that die somehow find a way to
recycle.
We don't know for sure if there is anything after we pass on. Are we gonna be an addition to the trees? Are we gonna be, we're gonna, disappear and
believes if you're a Christian, heaven, if you're,
we know for sure
Hindu, reincarnation,
death will happen.
Yeah.
But I feel like people have idolized death through the ages so much.
Nobody won't die, but they won't go ever.
I know. It's like death is such a turning point in the cycle of life that people put so much, energy into it. And it's like that drives a different, perspective as to, what happens with death. And it's like, if a dog dies, or no, not even a dog, a bug. You see a cricket on the table.
Yeah.
Swap it, it's dead.
Yeah.
Do you think about it? No, that shit ends up in the trash, right?
Yeah.
But let a human being die on the street. Like there was this video I saw. This man was killed on the street.
Was the one that was beaten up?
The one that was beaten up?
Oh, that's
I think that was
Why did I think that was the one you're thinking about? But
it's like that situation was definitely crazy. Like how people did not do anything in that situation and just watch that whole thing happen. It's like that's the height of bystander
hypocrisy of humans fascinates me a lot.
It's like
how? You're a liar. You're a liar.
Like
because
how?
Back to this, because I don't want to, because there's so many examples.
There's so many examples. Like
back to this specific one. It's like there's nobody around him or that used to be around him that saw him get beaten and got attacked, that didn't raise a voice.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me now that you want to now start championing any kind of protest.
No, you're
a liar.
You're definitely out of place. 100%. 100%. Like, I've not heard Bella Shmurda say anything.
You're a liar, and I don't know his circle.
Yes,
I don't know, but
it's supposedly
you're a liar.
Like his confidant, and it's like, okay,
Like the video that was released where him and Zlatan were in the music video, and then Sam Larry came in with some guys to apparently beat him up, and Zlatan stood up and was like, "Yeah, Egbon." Then was like, "Oh, but boy, you only crow me by."
That was ridiculous to me. I thought that was a skit.
Where was that video, bro?
Exactly. Where was it?
And wait, is that music video is already out and released, right? They've made that. They actually made that video. Yes, I wonder how long ago that video was made.
I don't know. I've not seen that video before.
Because I didn't look into this to try to investigate, because I don't.
I mean,
but it's just so. Because imagine if that music video has been out for 3 months, where was that video?
3 months ago, right? Where was it?
Because obviously that happened before the video was done and produced and edited and mastered and then released.
It's like everybody just went on like it was okay.
Even him. I'm like, what the hell?
Like, and the funny thing is, Naira came out and said, so there was a day he got beat up at the house, like the record label house where most of the boys.
He has been beat up in so many different places.
So Naira came out recently and he was saying, I think it was shortly after the video that, you know, they posted. This is when like they started, like some videos started to show up as this guy's getting harassed. Of course, it didn't just start that time.
Yeah.
And after that video came up that he was beaten up, this man was like, he had wounds all over him, right? Naira came out and was like, he brought another guy that had bite prints on him, and it was making a scenario like a how do I put it, a perspective that
trying to paint a picture
Mohbad is, you know, it was both of them, and Mohbad is cuckoo. And I'm like, okay, even if that was true, what happened to an intervention when that happened? Right? What happened to that intervention? Assuming that this guy was cuckoo. Assuming that was the case, where was that intervention before his demise now? But of course, nobody's saying anything. All of them they've deserted Lagos.
Another video came out where he was actually in a club in Lagos. I don't know, the video, there was this lady shouting, "Oh, Sam Larry," or maybe I think Mohbad was the one talking. People came there, attacked him or harassed him, whatever.
Yeah, I think that must have been his wife or baby mama. I don't know what.
And another one, I don't know if it was the same day, because there was one. It was standing outside the club. He showed the photo to the video to show them. Right. But there was another one. It was in the car.
Right.
He had bruises, in front of him. He was just looking. But it's like, this guy obviously has been attacked multiple times.
Of course.
None of you raised the flag to the... Because I thought Nigerian Twitter was where people go and cry, which we've seen people go on Twitter and gather attention to situations, right? People that have been at that have gone there. Niger Twitter, right?
Right.
Where was this on Niger Twitter when it was going on? Why did this guy have to die for all this to come out, and then
to wake up?
People are now trying to be so it's like, y'all are liars.
That's facts. That's facts.
In fact, what even made me get the most pissed, that I was like, this is so stupid. Some guy I went to secondary school with that I haven't spoken to in what?
God knows how long.
That's 2009. I graduated 2009. We haven't spoken since then.
Damn.
We just follow each other on Instagram.
On Instagram, right?
Just because.
Yeah, I know how that is.
This guy just sent me a random DM yesterday. He was like, "Oh, why are you still following Ramali?" If I said, because what the notification I saw was Josh Alpha. So that's the only thing. I was just thinking, this is another random guy trying to ask me for money. That's my thoughts. I didn't even open it because I saw it in the morning yesterday when I got to work.
Right.
I just saw it. I was like, because I got to work around 7 a.m. here.
Right.
So I was like, imagine 7 a.m. I check my phone and I'm seeing this notification. I just saw Joshua. So I was like, I don't want to. Someone's asking me for money. I'll open it during lunch or something.
Right.
So when I open it, it's like, Josh Alpha, why is he following Naramali? Maybe you haven't heard of all the accusations and blah, 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 blah.
What?
I was just like...
What?
So you really think I'm going and
right? I know. It's
y'all are liars.
It's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous.
I don't give a fuck about Naira Marley.
Like
do I even remember I follow fucking Naira Marley?
Right. I know. It's
And then there's stuff online. People are protesting like, you all are liars. There are people right now still in the same music industry that are going through the same thing that you people will not do anything about until that person probably dies too. Then another protest will come.
That's facts. And
there's people going through that right now in other entertainment industry that y'all are not doing anything about.
That is true. Oh, not even to talk about the movie industry. That's a different ballgame.
I'm like, so what is this hypocrisy y'all are? But because someone just died, so it's still fresh, and you guys need something to go crazy about. Now everybody wants to be holy, and now you're pursuing this whatever course you want to call it. Fuck. There are people going through that shit now that it won't until they die is when videos will now start coming out.
That is true. 100%. But it's like the problem I have with this whole fiasco is this.
Yeah.
Give it 2 months.
Oh yeah.
2 months. 2.
People would get bored and then move on with their lives.
It'll vanish.
People are so fake.
It's beyond me. I don't
bored people are so fake.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. It's like, okay, I really want to hear what the autopsy report is gonna say.
That's what I'm kind of curious about that too, because I want to just know, because it's such a thing that is like people are talking about it. That's and what everybody's like, talking about. Everybody's talking about the hypocrisy of people, the actual industry.
Yeah.
People just want somebody to be responsible for this. Like,
okay.
I hold people that had those videos equally responsible.
That's facts.
If I saw my guy come up to me one day with bruises, I was like, bro, what's it do? Who did this? I know we're in the US, so I won't go and fight personally. Right. We're going to the police.
We're going to the police, right. Straight up.
If we're in Nigeria, we are organizing boys and we are walking up there. And if the person is big that we can't go and attack, we are going on Twitter.
That's facts.
Attention is being drawn to this situation.
Right. That's right.
But none of that happened. I was just like, bro.
It's like, I mean, it's really sad. But it's like,
because the guy, I mean, I didn't know the guy, but it looked gentle and calm too.
It did. You
know, there's this stuff in Yoruba like Ailese Olombere Olori Buruku.
That's facts.
It means it's your inability to talk when you're supposed to talk.
Yeah.
That begins your what's Olori Buruku? Being foolish. Your foolishness. So when you're supposed to talk and you don't talk, that's the beginning of your foolishness. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to talk and you don't, that is the beginning of your foolishness.
Yeah. That's right.
Somebody does something to you, you look at the situation, you think to yourself, oh no, this is not good. But you don't say anything about it. Your foolishness has just begun.
Yes. That's facts. It's facts. But I mean,
but it's not that it probably spoke to some people, but nobody was doing anything about it. But I'm assuming he must have.
So this is kind of like abusive households, right?
Yeah.
So you have a spouse bashing the other tooth and nail, day in, day out.
Yeah.
And this person is talking to one person. No, not even talking to anybody at all. Let's assume they're talking to one person, and this person is giving them all of the wrongest advice in the world.
Yeah.
Like, well, what did you do?
What did you do? I don't escalate this.
You don't want to do this for the children until the person dies.
Yeah.
Or they put a damage to the person that is beyond, and it's like, and they told me about it. And this, that is. He's a bad person. This and that. He should be responsible. He should go to jail for that. Or she should go to jail for that. It's like, all of that could have been avoided.
And also the hierarchical nature of just the culture.
Yeah, that's facts.
And what I mean by that is, for example, you're supposed to respect an elderly person absolutely.
That's facts, which is bullshit.
So in Nigeria, if an elderly person slaps you, you're supposed to walk away.
Oh no, yeah,
so
all that.
So I'm just assuming. I'm sure he must have spoken to people. Like his dad knew what was going on. New? I mean, is that because I'm seeing some videos of them. Some bloggers are just the world we are living in today is crazy.
It's crazy.
Bloggers are trying to use this story to blow up.
Of course.
People are obviously going to the dads. They understand the relation between him and the dad.
Right.
I think it wasn't there.
I don't think so.
And then they are trying to create ridiculous viral stories from what the dad is saying.
That's right.
And I'm like, look at this madness.
That man
you all are pretending like
in the court.
You all are pretending like you care about this boy's death, but you are going to the dad's house to interview him, and then you are saying, "Oh, look at where this man is staying. People should come and help him." His son just died, and you're literally asking people to come and help the dad change his house.
Like off the wall.
That's an obvious viral thing people are going to be furious about, but bloggers don't care.
It's all about numbers.
They're pretending as if they care.
It is numbers. Numbers pay the bills.
And the hypocrisy in this world today is crazy.
It's very. I mean,
this is infuriating.
It is infuriating, but I mean, you can't get mad at what you can't control, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. It's just, but that message that I got, more block. I'm just like
no time.
More block.
But he had the time though
to check that I follow Rara. You see how useless you see how useless this guy is.
That is wild. And he's probably gonna see this video too.
I hope he does.
No, that is wild. Like, that is wild.
You see how useless that guy is.
That is really wild.
Actually, so what I responded was 3 questions marks, because I was actually hoping you would reply and we can go back and forth. But then I sent 3 question marks and I was like, I went back to it. I was like,
yeah, I know. It's beyond
I was like, nah, I don't need this interaction. I just block, because I'm like, I haven't spoken to this guy since 2009.
Like, and this is how you wanna start a conversation.
And I'm using 2009 because that was when I left secondary school.
Right.
So we probably didn't even speak before that. But I left secondary school. I'm like, I haven't seen you, spoken to you. We just follow each other on IG.
Right.
And you are telling me, oh, I still follow Naira Marley.
Okay. Like, I don't know. You get time, sir. Maybe money's not a big deal for him. That's why. Or maybe he's on vacation.
It's like, so everybody that's going to unfollow Naira Marley. Now what?
I mean, we gonna see, right? I'm not clairvoyant. We gonna see.
Man, I mean, rather I die.
She up on nervous.
Situations that you're supposed to take care of. The issue itself. No, let's just all be mad and rage. Let's just
chaos motivate people more than more than tranquility.
That's why, I mean, bad news is what blows up the most.
That's right.
You see today people do really the craziest thing just to go viral, because
that's right.
Also, the economy today rewards those kind of situations too.
That is facts.
Like Drake concerts, someone throws a brown at Drake. 2 weeks after, that person is on the Vogue magazines. Like, how? Why?
I know.
Now everybody started throwing shit.
I know, right? I know. It's wild. It's wild.
It's like,
it is wild.
The society today rewards those kind of actions because
that's what we choose. That's
before
what we to accept.
Growing up, this kind of thing would have been on Incombe. Incombe.
Oh, straight up. 100%.
Incombe would have gone and done investigation on this.
Yes.
100%.
That would be.
Yes. Incombe would have done Mobad. They would have gone and started interviewing people. They would have actually done some groundwork. No, what are bloggers doing today? Going to his dad's house.
Like, what is that going to get you?
Doing useless interviews.
What's the exact? They
know people are interested in hearing something, so they will give people anything to hear.
That's true. I guess
they will have millions of views.
We're information mongers, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's just terrible, man. And I feel bad because that guy obviously had a bright future.
24 or some shit.
He had a bright future in this, and it was good too. I don't know.
It was good. It was
good.
He, in the last couple of days, I've heard more songs that he has released than in the last, whatever years he's been releasing.
Yeah.
And it's like everything that he was going through, he has literally alluded to in his lyrics.
But isn't that crazy? Isn't that another crazy thing? Because
it is crazy.
I saw that someone was using one of his clips that was talking about even if he dies.
Right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does it seem like are they planning this thing? Why does it seem like people that tend to die early in music industry, they've sung about them dying?
I have no idea. There's a conspiracy though.
Da Green sang about him dying. Not long after that, he died.
Right.
This guy apparently did a song. Is it Excess Nation.
Yeah.
He did a song too about him dying.
Did a song, yeah.
A bunch of them do a song. Is it that they are going through stuff? They know, okay, this thing will probably take me out. Let me sing a song.
Probably so.
Or is it just coincidence? Because if I think about it,
that's a very calculated.
For example, Burna Boy made a song about him dying.
Absolutely not.
And I'm sure Burna Boy has gone through ish too.
Yeah.
Davido I don't remember Davido doing the song about him dying.
No.
No. Why? I did just people special that are going through extra life stuff.
I mean, there's
I don't get it.
This is all like, this is all conspiracy. He say, she say. But it's like, there are certain people who, as you said, are going through a lot of stuff, and they know, or they've seen signs, or they have threats on their lives. That is like, they find a way to get it out.
Yeah.
In the hopes that somebody's gonna catch it.
It's so sad.
Man. But it's like,
sad.
You can't unless they fucking kidnap you and put you in the house. And it's like,
good to have good people around you.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah,
100%. Like,
it's just invaluable to have good people.
Yeah.
People that actually care about you. Not just people that are there because you have resources to give them.
You know what's funny?
That's so good, man.
There's a song, or like it's a verse that I just wrote. It's probably gonna be the next one I'm gonna post. The title is "Do You See Me?" And it goes. Actually, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up.
Man,
I was listening to.
I'm just thinking about it. What if he had people that are actually good around him that could step in,
but chose not to?
But just turn the blind eye to like, I'm more than you want. They're going to sort this out. Or that's just the way it is. Or they just.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Because people do that.
It is a possibility.
There's this, what's it called, where I've forgotten the term. There's a technical term for it. I think he came and he left. Where, for example, let's say someone fell down on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people gathering around him.
Right.
Everybody's thinking the same thing, that who's going to go first.
Oh.
There's a term
bystander
for it.
Effect?
Something like, I think, is that
it? Is it a bystander effect?
Yeah.
It's probably the bystander effect.
It's like some people are just like, oh, that thing was sort of so, or if somebody goes first.
Yeah, maybe somebody more qualified.
Yeah, somebody more qualified to do it. It's not me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Somebody else should go and
I mean, if you look at most organizations, they will say, if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
A lot of people still don't do that shit. I ain't see shit.
Man,
that's the I ain't see shit complex.
It's sad.
Yes. But this lyric say, "Sure you dey see me when I pass your hood. I mean, I just breeze you the field when they show the news. I won't really know what you mean when you say how far you. My guy, tell me the truth. Sure you really send my mood."
Damn.
And it's like, it really points to like certain shit you see. A lot of us are just like moving it with emotions in life. And it's like, a lot of us do not even like pause to perceive what's really going on right in front of our eyes. And it's like, if you're not careful, a lot of shit will go by. You realize a lot of people that you've at least seen one person for the first time in your life and they died that same day.
Bro, it's
probably more than one.
Probably
more than one. And it's like, we really need to pay attention to what's going on, like in our lives and in the lives of the people that we actually care about.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to preserve sanity and life, it's usually like the distance is usually like, the diameter or like the thickness of a thread.
Yeah, it's
life and death are balanced on a razor on a laser beam. For real. So it's like, if you decide not to say something because you think it's not a big deal, like, be wrong.
Yeah.
Say something and let it not be a big deal. Bro. For real.
It's so sad, man.
Because like, okay, what are you gonna do with your sadness when you could have saved the situation? Like, imagine there's at least somebody in their mind right now who knows
that they could have
done something.
Yeah.
But that guilt will not let them say anything.
Oh no.
Yes. Because, oh my God, what would people do? What would people say?
Crazy part about the human mind is, depending on, your personality.
Right.
With time, you just kind of write off to, that's life.
I know, right? Which is absolutely ludicrous.
You like,
are you?
That's life. That's God. Or
I'm alone.
Or they're now spiritual.
I'm alone.
It's the will of God.
Yeah, come off it.
Like, nah, you could have done.
That's
something.
a conspiracy on its own.
You could have done.
Yeah, we don't even want to go there.
No, it's the will of, and we like that will of God in Nigeria.
It's the will of God now.
It's the will of God. Yeah. Gas price goes up. Oh, it's the will of God. Yeah. This one goes up. It's the will of God. Yeah. This thing happen. Oh, it's the will of God.
It's an opportunity for you to grow. Some of these things, yes, but like.
No, it's such a sad situation.
It is a sad situation. It's like it's one of the things that really like
viewers. Please have good people around you.
100%.
Like it doesn't 100%. Matter. All this going out, just hanging out, taking selfies with random people that you think you all are chopping life together. Sit down one day. Look at how they treat you.
Facts.
Look at how you treat them.
Facts.
Because it's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street.
And judge, is this a valuable person to me or not?
Right.
And then move accordingly. And if for unfortunate reasons you have none, bro, you can work on it.
Absolutely.
You're probably a shitty person if you don't have anybody good in your life.
That fucking part.
You are probably a shitty person. That's true. If you don't have anyone good in your life. I hear people say that stuff. They'll be like, oh, man, one thing I've learned about being an adult is nobody cares. Nobody give a fuck about you. It's like, no, bro. You're probably a shitty person. Is why not a single person cares about you.
Yeah, that's facts. Or you push all the people that care about you away.
That's a shitty person.
Yeah.
Because if I try to do something and every time it's negative, I'm like, man, I'd rather stay in my house and hang out with you. Yeah.
No time.
But you just have to have people around you that you can just check on each other. And this is just of, if this person didn't check on me, did you check on anybody? If somebody if there's somebody you presume as valuable to you,
right?
But for some reason they didn't check on you,
right?
That's actually an opportunity to check on them. Like, bro,
how far now?
Why didn't you check on me now? You haven't. We've done that.
Yes,
we've done that.
That's fine.
I'm like, yo. I just said I haven't checked on you in a long time. I know something's going on, but there's no excuse.
That's facts.
Even that's an opportunity. If you think this person is a friend,
right?
That's what you do.
That's what you do.
Like, yo, bro. Oh, is it because you started working somewhere, or because you are doing this thing? Is why you just been zero,
right?
MIA.
Zero. Yeah, I know, right?
What's going on?
That's facts.
And then you talk
because you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
You never know what they're going through either.
That's facts. You never know. That's the funny. You see,
I just confront them like, bro, don't share that.
I'm telling you, we didn't see on.
And then you will find out.
That's
and
true.
Then you probably like, damn,
that's crazy.
Ah, man.
You too.
More they talk, shall let's check on each other more, man. It's crazy. I'm telling you. You will know what's going on. Know.
Look at this girl, Libyanka.
Yeah.
Look at that song she wrote. That song is great. But what's up? I know it came out of nowhere, but goddamn, that song is deep as fuck. It's like, okay, fingers crossed, she's good. Fingers crossed, she's good.
We'll see. We'll find
out. Only one way to find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Man, but like, try to have one or two people in your life that just care about you.
100%.
That will check on you once in a while. And you to have one or two people in your life that you check on.
Yeah.
Also, it could be the same people. It could be different people.
But that's facts.
But I can't just imagine that guy had people around him that could just be like, no, this can't be going on.
I know. And like all of the things that just surrounded his death is just like
he's so stupid and annoying. Yeah. He's annoying to me.
Okay. Yeah, y'all capping a lot.
Because when I heard about it, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Another artist died. In fact, one of my friends posted on the story. I didn't even know what it was. Right. I thought maybe it was his friend.
Right.
That passed. Because I just when sometimes I was like, ah, damn. And I just left. And then when I saw it again somewhere else, I was like, who is this?
Who's this guy?
And I was like, looking at it, and then videos just started popping up. Like, what the hell?
I know.
I was like, wait, they were beating this guy up?
What the first time I saw it, I thought it was
just a random accident or some stuff. I was like, they were beating this guy up for how long?
Yeah.
And I just seen the videos after he died. Nah.
It's wild.
But man, You all have good people around you. Because I'm sure this death could have been
100%. It could have been prevented. That's the bottom line. It could have been prevented. This is not no.
If you had good people around him,
he slept in the bathroom and fell and just like knocked his head off.
It was probably more.
Or he got shot or something.
It's probably, yeah.
I'm
curious. I'm curious to know that, but honestly, I'm curious because I just want to know.
Yeah,
because I know it's gone. It's gone.
You know what's funny?
Nothing.
What if they come back and say there was no conclusive evidence?
We know what it is. That's very possible. It's very possible.
God damn.
It's very possible they come back and say, "Oh, autopsy report was eaten by scorpion, or rats chewed up the autopsy report." They will burn down the office. Or they'll just say, "It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming." Say everybody gives up and nobody cares, and everybody moves on.
That's
and then
true. That's true.
Case closed.
Election results.
Something else is gonna come up.
That's fact.
It's sad.
That's fact.
It is sad.
We live. Somebody said a while ago. He said Nigeria needs its own TV show because we're that country is a whole.
Yeah, Nigeria is its own thing. Man.
Nigeria as a whole, man. It's wild. It's wild out there. You know.
So, bro, what do you have going on right now?
Well, I mean, I have a. It's my son's birthday today.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Ife.
Yeah.
Ife.
Thank you. Ife Dayo.
Ife Dayo. Ife. I got it first time. I like Ife.
So
wait. How old is Ife today?
He turned 3.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
3 already.
3 already, man. That's big. Yay tall some shit,
bro.
Yeah. It's becoming autonomous.
In one sentence.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be one sentence, but in one sentence, yes. Describe being a father.
Damn, I didn't prepare for that one. Gosh, you gotta give me a sec.
All right, in one paragraph.
You know, I think
from your perspective,
from my perspective,
not some generic ass. It's life changing. It's the beautiful. No, from
it's your. Not even. No, I mean, because it's not always rosy.
Yeah,
but I feel like
describe being a father.
I feel like it gives me a different sense of responsibility. It demands what my definition of duty is.
What is that? Can
so it's like I was having a conversation with someone recently about why I'm not on a trip right now. Like, this is my leave for the year. Why am I not on a trip? And I'm like, I could be on a trip, but I gotta see my son. I've not seen this guy more than once a year. Right? I could do that and just, I mean, I have a good excuse to do that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like...
You could want to live your life, huh?
Yes.
Or just see something. You see him again, no?
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere, right? But it's like, no. Like, there's... That time with him is nothing that you can, like, replace when it's gone. One thing I did when he was born is I took a photo of him every day for 6 months. And every chance I get right now, I take a photo of him. And if you look at the post I made today on Instagram, I'm gonna go check it out. It's a whole timeline.
Oh damn!
And it's like there was one that's probably it's probably gonna catch you by surprise. He had eaten acetone that day. He had a like a nail, something that has to do with nails. Oh, and his mom just came from Walmart then.
Kids, so anything they see
in the mouth, bro. We rushed him to the hospital. They say it's fine. We brought the case. I was like, oh, it's fine. It doesn't show any signs of anything. I'm like, yeah, that's that African gene in there. Solved everything. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
This is a kid.
So I'm like, it's like it's those like those memories.
Damn.
It's like those are the things that it just gives you joy. And, sometimes it drives me to tears that I'm not able to see him as much as I would love to. Yeah. Because I also have a responsibility to the nation. Yeah. But it's like the time I get, the joy in his face is just so magnetic. Like it's beautiful. If he hasn't seen me for a minute and you are there to see him the first time he sees me, it's like, oh shit, you must love your dad so much. But it's not even about that. It's just like, there's that beauty. There's that beauty in it. And it's like, it's nice. But I cannot do anything in my life right now without factoring into that situation.
Absolutely.
Like, for example, I was gonna go to Boston. Like, I was gonna go to MIT for my master's, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I looked at the distance and I looked at how much it would cost to travel back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Is there somewhere closer that I could get my master's? Yeah. I'm thinking of Minnesota right now, but we'll see. We'll see.
To that point, because, there's a lot of parents go through a lot.
Oh, yeah.
When they're raising their kids.
Yes, 100%.
I don't have one of mine, but I've heard about experiences, and I've heard personally, even me, from my own parents.
Right.
I've heard some things.
Right.
Parents tend to, like what you just said. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm interjecting here.
Right.
In your mind, you want to go to MIT.
Right.
In Boston.
Yes.
But then you are choosing to alter that decision in consideration of your son.
Yes.
And I know, well, that one is just for you going to masters. There's other decisions,
right? Like where I want to live.
Done.
Yes,
of your son.
That's facts.
Has there been any decision that you think has so significantly put you in a different path than what you would have liked for yourself? To the point where this question I'm trying to ask, I'm basically trying to ask, have you experienced, or do you think you're going to experience anything that you would look at your son and said, my life is like this because of you?
Well,
because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Like,
I do.
For example, let's say a woman who is trying to go to college for some degree, gets pregnant, and now she has to drop out of school to raise this kid, and then the life just completely goes by. And then, let's say she couldn't recover, or he couldn't recover to whatever that path was, and now he's doing some menial job for 10, 15 years.
Right.
And then that man starts blaming the son, like, hey,
oh, well,
it's because of you that my situation is like this, which, that's it's not good to blame, but that's a valid...
It's a valid reason.
It went that route because of the situation.
Right.
So my question is, do you think you've experienced something like that?
Well,
to that degree, because every decision changes your path.
That's right.
Period.
That's facts.
But to that degree that you think this has completely taken me to a different path that I don't think I can get to where my
initial goal
ideal vision is.
I don't think so, because I'm an avid believer in choosing your life. Whatever decision we make in life determines where we go. So if we have a vision, you have a vision, and you have choices, and you choose something because of a reason, or let's say because of a child, for example, and you know fully well that this is not going to end out right, you're fucking yourself up. Because I believe there's always a way to go about a thing. Actually, there's at least 2 ways to go about a thing. And even after those 2, there's still another way.
That's an Nigerian reason I was talking.
It's true, because a market doesn't have one gate. There's always a way to go about a thing.
True.
Sometimes you have to take some difficult things. Right? Like, I could have, like, coming to the military is one of the things that has strained my I don't even want to say existence, but like the whole family thing, right?
Yeah.
Coming to the military has has really done a number on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I still chose to go there because I know that it's gonna pan out right in the long run.
Okay.
You win some, you lose some. But if there's any decision that I feel like I'm gonna make because, like, for example, not going to MIT.
Yeah.
The MIT and Harvard have online classes. I could still go there and live in Milwaukee.
There's a solution.
There's always a solution. You just gotta get the right information.
Yeah.
And, not being a bitch and being scared of.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, because I've always thought about that, but I mean,
it's like
I can't imagine it, but because
guess what? even if you didn't have a child, how about if you're scared to take that decision?
Yeah.
Because people don't take decision out of fear.
And just want to blame someone, so you blame the poor kid.
Exactly. That kid don't got shit to do with that. Because guess what? The kid is gonna grow regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 3. I've missed
3 is crazy.
3 is crazy. I've missed damn near
so many moments,
of his life already.
Damn.
But it's like the time that I get with him, we do we have that synergy.
That's why if you notice, I don't know if you notice, once you land the first week, I almost don't even talk to you at all. I'm just assuming you're.
Because I am.
I'm not gonna intrude in that time. I'm not gonna even consider saying, bro, how far?
I mean, I get that.
Where you did more hang out now. It's like
it's funny that
because that's the expectation I have,
right?
So I'm just gonna run with it.
I mean that's what really happens. The last time I came, I came for was it 1 week or 2? I think it was okay. I ended up staying here longer.
Yeah, because of the
situation. But it's like every day there was something that we had to do.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
But then I read something recently. It's like when a child doesn't see you for a minute, and then you show up again, you should not do too much stuff because you have to give them time to recalibrate to your presence.
Interesting.
And I feel like we stayed indoors mostly this time. And it was just
and to a kid, kids don't want to do.
Most we did was chill with Chokwe and his son.
Yeah,
Chokwe was fortunately on leave too, so we're usually together.
Time.
And it was us four, myself, him, and both children. Yeah. That's EJ and the Fedayo.
Yeah.
So it was really it was a robust and subtle experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like. I know it doesn't really make up for all the other years, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
it is better than nothing.
And it's not like it's
right.
You don't really have.
There's not a lot of
there's not much you can do in that situation.
There's a goal, as long as the goal is
workout
is achieved, and then things are not crazy, in the pursuit of that goal, everything will work out.
I'm glad you feel
eventually
that,
because
experience.
Being a father is different.
Yeah,
it is different. It is hella different.
Yeah,
it's very different. It's for me, it refines my sense of duty. It 100% refines my sense of duty. That's my pure perspective on it.
Because now you prioritize someone. You prioritize someone beyond yourself.
That's right. If I didn't have a kid, I'll probably be in Canada right now.
Yeah.
Or somewhere in the DR.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to travel.
Yeah.
So it's I want to be able. One of my goals in life is to explore the world.
Oh yeah. And I've come to discover that traveling is not crazy expensive.
It's
expensive, but it's
not crazy expensive.
You just have to plan it.
You gotta plan it.
Also, you have to live within your budget.
Of course.
You can't tell me you want to go to Dubai and then you're trying to book the expensive places.
Of course.
Try to do the most. You're trying to buy stuff that you can afford.
I've seen hotels that are $100 a night in Dubai.
You can travel to Dubai, do the touristing thing, and leave.
Live, JJly and literally.
You can go to almost anywhere in the world, tourist around.
Yeah, there's no fee for walking around.
And leave.
Yes.
And you get your experience.
And you probably even get a better experience. Than booking out a whole. I mean,
you're trying to do
is nice. It's nice. No cap. It is
nice. Annoys me.
You
want to go somewhere. You want to do the most. You want to
budget $75,000.
I get it. Once in a while, you can do that if you can afford it.
If you can afford it.
But if you can't afford it, or if your goal is for the experience versus the luxury.
The lux, right. I know.
Yeah, and I've discovered that. I was like, that's the goal.
I figure that you can go to the Dominican Republic for less than $500. I'm like, what?
Yep.
You mean I can
book the flights way ahead?
Oh,
book the hotels.
Easy.
Look for the deals.
Exactly.
There's this term. I've stopped using cheap.
Yeah.
I've
frugal.
Started using not even frugal. I don't even what's the word? Is it value? I look for the value in everything.
Maximize
I'm looking
value.
For the value in everything.
Yeah, value maximization.
Why will I go and get a... Let me use this screen. Why would actually this screen itself, right? When I got it, not even this screen, this desk. This freaking desk. It's an office desk, brand new. The whole thing, whatever this wood is, some mahogany wood, something. Oak wood. I got it for free.
Yeah. Guess how much you would have bought that
value.
table?
Bro, this thing is probably
$300.
Bro, this
minimum.
It's brand new with a drawer and everything
the drawer,
on the side. Probably like 500.
Probably 500, right?
Minimum.
No cap. Yeah, that is true. I mean, it is solid wood. And you see the construction, it's all those like simple but elegant designs.
I was like, even the money, because I was looking for an ultra wide, and I looked online. I was like, bro, ultra wide, the pricing is so dumb. Because if you get to like 35, this is 35.
Right.
This is 35. Yeah, 35 inches. You see at the time around like 500 and something.
Damn.
But then it goes from 35 to like 49. There's no in between.
Oh, there's no in between. I see.
Like 35 to like 40 something.
Right.
And then the price doubles.
Holy shit.
So like 35 is like 500. The next size up is like 1,000 something.
Oh.
I was like, so I was looking. I was like, bro. And then I just saw this random guy on Facebook.
Facebook Market.
He just said he had a bunch of these that he bought for wholesale in whenever year. Yeah. And he said he just went to Black Friday
type shit.
And he had them for like $200 off the normal price. I was like, bro, I'm picking it up today.
I'll pick it up right now.
And I drove, we just met on the road. I just parked, he parked. And I saw it brand new carton, everything. I'm like, Sheikh Kuzan, cash out.
Money, get
came here, plug my thing. It works. And I was like,
thank you very much. Hey. I don't believe in paying more for something I can pay less for.
In fact, not even more. Paying full price at this point to me
is a scam. It's a scam. I'm telling you.
Paying full price for anything at this, because full price doesn't actually exist.
It don't.
Black Friday is going to be next month or in 2 months' time.
2 months.
The prices you see on Black Friday, they are still making money on top of that.
Absolutely.
Nobody's giving anything for free.
That's true.
So full price has no meaning to me.
I feel you.
So I'm looking for the deals. I'm looking for something off. Give me that off. Because I know I'm still paying more. But at least let me feel good.
Let me feel good for paying off. I mean,
value. I'm looking for value in everything. Yeah. And also, experiences, looking for the value. If I'm going out, like this year, in fact, I told a bunch of guys, like this year I was like, because last year I did a bunch of outside. So I was like, bro,
it's exhausting.
This year I was like, I'm not doing a lot of that. Maybe birthdays I might show up.
Right.
I probably will show up.
Right.
But otherwise, I'm gonna be inside. I'm not doing a lot of that, because I looked at it and I was like, I don't see the value in this. Bye.
Right.
So that's kind of what I'm like. I don't know. But I'm really glad that's your experience with your boy though.
Yeah.
Because I've been curious about that, because I know stuff that's going on and everything. And I just wanted to see where your head was at.
I mean, I'm pretty
because in that whole situation, I care about your relationship with him.
Oh yeah.
In that whole stuff,
that's the
one I value, and I'm like, okay,
that's the only thing I can focus on. It's
like, I always that relationship, and I'm glad it's good, and I hope it gets better. And
me too.
Life works out. Amen. Nothing crazy happens that we
can't control.
Yeah.
Crazy things will always happen.
I'm glad. I hope everything will work out.
Yeah.
In this new trajectory that you're headed.
Amen.
And I'm looking forward to celebrating with you, bro.
I mean, yeah.
But
only a matter of time.
Yeah, I think
only a matter of time.
I think I'm
trying to make this IT money, bro. IT money, bro. I'm telling you.
Yo, IT money.
IT money is new money. Where my portion?
Like today at the Automation Express I was at.
Yeah.
Because they like classify industries with industrial age.
Right.
The industry 1.0 was like steam engines and looms and all that. Industry 2.0 was when electricity was invented, which is crazy, because if you think about it, it was invented relatively in the 1800s.
That's right.
Very recent.
I mean, electricity harnessing.
Yeah, harnessing. Yeah, not
Yes, harnessing
inventing. Because
electricity.
harnessing it,
Yes.
finding, discovering it.
Yes.
And then in industry 3.0 was when Ford assembly line and all
lines,
that.
right.
And then industry 4.0 is kind of what we are, where mass production with automation.
Oh, with automation, yeah.
And like less humans on the industry, now robots.
Yeah.
But industry 5.0 now involves a lot of internet, a lot of intelligence, a bunch of data.
That's right. You need us.
So that's
you need us.
We talked about cybersecurity a lot today.
Oh yeah.
Talked about data and analytics a lot today.
That's facts.
I was like, yeah, that's what the future is.
I mean, that's hey, I'm anywhere money day,
bro.
Apart from anywhere we claim money day.
Yeah.
That 90 front.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Like, nah, I'm all about that bag, bro. I'm all about that bag. I mean, some people are very comfortable.
I want to go on a yacht in Dubai.
Before uncle. Who we buy the island? How much is this spit I'm gonna give to them when I have to buy island? I need money.
I mean, that aim for the stars.
You might fall on the moon. That's right. Yeah,
let's do
That's
that.
right.
Bro.
That's right.
Man, I appreciate you for coming on, bro.
For sure, man.
It's been a great conversation.
It's been a splendid evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
2 hours on the clock.
Dang.
Let's go. That's not that conversation.